Hello, everyone. Welcome. We will begin our ceremony in just a few minutes. Before we do, I would like your attention for some important general and safety information for today's ceremony. In order to comply with the fire code of the state of Tennessee, we must advise you of emergency evacuation procedures. In the event of emergency, please move rapidly and orderly away from the courtyard. In the event of a weather-related emergency, please move inside the nearest building. Smoking and use of e-cigarettes is prohibited, including all indoor and outdoor areas within the boundaries of our campus. Medical personnel are located near the F2 parking lot next to the Education Resources Building, which is down the sidewalk to your left. Reporting of emergencies or those in need of assistance should be reported to the campus police office located at the entrance of the Goins building ahead of you on your left. You are welcome to take photos from your seats during the ceremony. Once the ceremony has concluded and our graduates have recessed, each guest row will be dismissed one by an usher. Please follow the graduate path toward the Haslam Math and Sciences building just down the sidewalk behind the stage. We will have light refreshments available. The courtyard area will not be available after the ceremony. However, we do have several locations set up around the campus for photo opportunities with families and friends. Be sure to see the 360-degree photo booth option near the Haslam Math and Science building. Restrooms are available in the Bagwell building and the Education Resources Center, just behind you to your right and your left. We would like to make the following acknowledgments and thanks as we get ready to begin. Springboard Audio Video for providing our audio and streaming services. Our student quartet of Shannon Stuck, Catherine Sweat, Brett Beard, and Jansen Hundley, who have recorded our national anthem for our commencement ceremony under the direction of Megan Humphreys. Thank you for your attention and cooperation. Please enjoy the ceremony.
If everyone could please rise for the singing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Annika Schultz, and I am very honored to be this year's Honor Graduate Commencement Speaker. On behalf of the graduating class, I would like to thank the administration, faculty, family, friends, alumni, and honored guests for being here today. To my fellow graduates of 2022, we have made it. We have made it through our finals, and we've even made it through that class that we didn't really like. And now we are about to embark on our next journey. For some of us, that means going into the workforce. For others, that means transferring to a four-year school. Whatever may be coming your way, I hope that I can provide an honorable farewell to this part of our lives. The individual standing before you today is certainly not the individual that began here at Pellissippi. I started here as a junior in high school, taking dual enrollment classes. High school was not very easy for me. You can ask my parents. I was one who always really struggled with academics. I had to work very hard to do well in my studies, and even then, I was not a straight-A student. I distinctly remember times that I would study to death for a test or an exam and not even make a B on it. When I decided to attend Pellissippi for college, well, I'll be honest, I did not want to attend a community college. However, I say that because my experience here has been the exact opposite of what I was anticipating. Pellissippi has changed my life. Pellissippi has shown that a community college has so much to offer. It has provided me with opportunities I, quite honestly, never imagined myself fortunate to receive, such as being involved on the Student Government Association, Speech and Debate Club, Skills USA, the PTK Honor Society, and writing a bill to help more students qualify for the Tennessee Promise Scholarship. Now, some of you may be able to relate to my story. You came here out of high school, you were nervous about starting college, then you started here and realized that this is, in fact, the real thing. Your grades and your success now falls on you. You began to be concerned about passing your chemistry class. You stressed about your GPA, and you kept second-guessing the major you had chosen. Adjusting to online classes was no joke. For many of us, we disdained online learning and felt that we just couldn't learn right. Maybe that wasn't even the biggest struggle you faced throughout college. Regardless, you are here today. You have earned your associate's degree. At some point, you realize that if you matched hard work with hard work of your own, it makes it feel much more rewarding. On this day, we celebrate our accomplishments at this college. but we also celebrate those who have made our time here so worthwhile. For many of us, those people were our professors who have also worked very hard right beside us every step of the way. Throughout my time here, I have met 3 individuals who have been very influential in my life, and I would like to recognize them today. Dr. Jesse Cragwell, political science professor, has made all of my political dreams come true. He has helped connect me to internships, prepared me for interviews, and reviewed cover letters. Now, aside from his continual jokes in class about having no hair, he was so intentional about engaging with every one of his students. Dr. Shaquilla Marsh, communication studies professor, is the very reason I have come to love public speaking. He has helped me improve my public speaking skills and has prepared me for many competitions. As Angela Wilhite would say, it always felt like Dr. Marsh was on the side of his student. His warm and heartfelt smile is what put me at ease and got me through my public speaking class. Dr. Matt Spraker, Director of Student Engagement, is the very reason I got involved at Pellissippi to begin with. Aside from giving me many opportunities, he always pushed me to be the best student I could possibly be. I will always remember him for that, and I'm quite sure he will always remember me for that one time I did not go to breakfast with Santa. Many of us would not be the students we are today without the incredible staff and faculty here. That is what makes Pellissippi such a wonderful place. The faculty here truly care about the success of their students. They willingly gave us second and even third chances, and they were always right beside us every step of the way to cheer us on. So, if there has been anyone, faculty, staff, family members, who has made a large impact on your life, I encourage you to find them and let them know what their support meant to you. Pellissippi has certainly been a launch pad for many of us, but let us not forget some of the most basic principles we have learned while being here. Always be kind, have courage to face the hard things, make connections because sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know, and finally, invest in where you are, for that is what will help propel you to more opportunities. Every single one of us has a story to tell, so let's do ourselves a favor and make the next part of our story a bestseller. Graduating class of 2022, we have finally reached this day. Whether you are going into the work field or transferring to a 4-year university, we can continue with confidence because we have made it this far. We have fought throughout our classes, even when we wanted to give up. So let us know that we can accomplish anything we put our minds to. I would like to end today with a quote by former President Gerald Ford. "Never be satisfied with less than your best effort. If you strive for the top and miss, you'll still beat the pack."
Good evening. On behalf of the President, Dr. Anthony Wise, and the Executive Leadership Team, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Hardin Valley campus and to the Spring 2022 Commencement exercises of Pellissippi State Community College. It's okay. Thank you, Annika, for those wonderful and inspiring words, and to the Pellissippi State Student Quartet for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. I am pleased to extend a special welcome to Representative Sam McKenzie of District 15. Representative McKenzie, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you so much for joining us today. And now I would like to take this opportunity to introduce you to the stage party. Antia Allen, outstanding full-time faculty and our mace bearer. She is assistant professor in the Natural and Behavioral Sciences Division. Dr. Anthony Wise, President. Kelly Toon, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Annika Schultz, honor graduate. Judy Gosch, Assistant Vice President of Academic Affairs and Alumni Speaker. Our readers, Roxana Beach, Associate Professor of Natural and Behavioral Sciences, and Jesse Cragwell, Instructor for Natural and Behavioral Sciences. Our deans, Kane Barker, Natural and Behavioral Sciences, Judy Fethy, Math. Jonathan Fowler, Liberal Arts. Angela Lunsford, Nursing. I see we got nursing in the house. A rowdy bunch they are. Inez Gibson, English. Margaret Ann Jeffries, Engineering and Media Technologies. Michael Wolf, Business and Computer Technology. And Mary Ellen Spencer, Dean of the Library. Commencement literally means beginning, and this ceremony signifies a new phase in your lives and marks a new chapter in the college's rich history. So it is appropriate that such a significant occasion include pomp and circumstance and traditions that celebrate the conclusion of your academic study and the beginning of new opportunities. Today's ceremony is also influenced by the impact that you have made on the college and the spirit that defines your success. It is a time to take inventory of the skills and knowledge that you have acquired and the opportunities that you have created, and to anticipate the exciting potential you offer to the immediate and global communities. There is a circle of support that has been with you on your journey today. The members of that circle, including immediate and extended family and friends, are as excited as you are about the new opportunities that your education has made possible. Please now join me in acknowledging their support. The faculty and staff at Pellissippi State are dedicated, creative professionals who meet the challenge of providing quality instruction and service to almost 9,000 students each term. As the faculty and staff of Pellissippi State Community College stand, please join me in recognizing these instructors, advisors, and staff members who are committed to our students' individual and collective success. Would you please stand, members of the faculty and staff, and be recognized? Thank you, and you may be seated. As you might imagine, it takes significant effort and many hours of planning to have a commencement ceremony. Please allow me at this time to extend gratitude to Travis Loveday, the Assistant Vice President and Dean of Students, the Commencement Committee, and the many volunteers that helped make this day possible. Special recognition is in order for one member of the Commencement Committee who will be retiring from the college in a few days. Dr. Becky Milam, would you please come to the stage? Where are you, Dr. Milam? There you are. While she prefers to work behind the scenes most of the time, it is appropriate today that we shine the spotlight on you, Dr. Milam. Dr. Milam currently serves as Director of Student Transitions and Persistence, working with new student orientation and student success coaching, and has been with Pellissippi State for 33 years. Many of those years co-leading and planning commencement at Pellissippi State. As you are graduating today, so is she into the next chapter of her life. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in saluting Dr. Becky Milam for her many years of service to the college and to the success of these ceremonies over the years. This evening, we welcome Dr. L. Anthony Wise, Jr., President of Pellissippi State Community College, to deliver our commencement address. To Dr. Wise, encouraging student success is the most important part of his job. Wise has been president of Pellissippi State Community College since 2011, overseeing the college's participation in Knox Achieves, Tennessee Achieves, and now Tennessee Promise. He welcomed President Barack Obama, Vice President Joe Biden and Dr. Jill Biden to the campus in January 2015 for the unveiling of America's College Promise. Wise's tenure has been marked by his devotion to students, and for good reason. From 2007 to 2011, he served as Vice President of the college's Learning Division after 3 years as the department head of liberal arts and 9 teaching history. When he was a faculty member, Wise was instrumental in the development of the college's Foundations of Excellence initiative, which outlines strategies for student success. Today, he continues to encourage student engagement through high-impact practices like service learning, study abroad, and experiential learning. Wise earned a PhD in history in 1997 from the University of Tennessee, a master's degree in United States history in 1993 from Wake Forest University, and a bachelor's degree in history and business economics in 1990 from Wofford College. Wise was honored to participate in Tennessee Board of Regents Academic Leadership Institute in 2006, the Global Academy for Leadership and Development in 2008, Leadership Knoxville in 2013, and East Tennessee Regional Leadership in 2014, Leadership Blunt 2017, and Leadership Tennessee 2017. So there's a theme of leadership here we see. His board service includes the Southern Regional Education Board, the Knox Ed Foundation, the Knox Area Urban League, Harmony Family Center, Great Smoky Mountain Council, and the Knoxville Symphony. Wise is married to Lynn and has 3 children. Please join me in welcoming him to the podium. You're welcome.
So where's Dr. Milam? She still out here? Just want to let her know somebody missed the cue for rain as we sat down on the stage for the 7:30 ceremony. Thank you, Dr. Johnson, for your introduction. I appreciate your kind words and your leadership here at Pellissippi State. The last 2 years have been pretty remarkable and challenging for higher education across this country in general. Pellissippi State, we've had a pandemic with a ransomware attack chaser, and honestly, it's left me a little woozy. Students, soon-to-be graduates. One of the reasons I decided to give the primary commencement speech this spring was because I've had so little time with you over the course of your educational experience at Pellissippi State. In normal circumstances, I wouldn't know you by name anyway, but I would have seen you on the courtyard and the campuses that you take your classes and had a chance to chat with you in the hallways, and a lot of that was taken away from us over the course of the last couple of years. A lot of college presidents don't spend an enormous amount of time or don't value that time with students, but I consider the time with you the most important part of my job. You're the most important members of a college community, and it's a welcome reminder of why I endure what appears to be often an endless string of meetings on my calendar. There's no other time I would rather be with you than celebrating your graduation, even if it's a little later than we all expected. Now, I've attended lots of graduations over the course of my lifetime, probably more than most people, spoken at nearly 20 to provide welcome remarks, to introduce speakers, to confer degrees to graduates. And I will note that I missed the commencement exercises of 2 of my children because of the pandemic. My oldest son graduated from the same college, Wofford College, that both my wife and I did. He graduated in the year 2020. His commencement exercises were postponed a couple of times and then canceled before a special recognition was held at a homecoming event in the fall of 2021. But by that time, he had moved overseas to start his graduate work and had moved kind of beyond being recognized for his college experience. My daughter graduated from Pellissippi State in 2020. And I had thought for weeks about how I was going to embarrass her when she crossed the stage to pick up her diploma for me. But then I had to cancel her commencement ceremony. I think she was even angrier with me that I canceled her Tensis trip to Italy, but we did miss out on that opportunity to share a special moment. The absence of those ceremonies from my memories make the opportunity to be here with you tonight all the more special. Now, all that to say, I've never given the primary commencement remarks, so I decided to do what you might do, students, if you found yourself in a similar situation. I went to Google, and I typed in the following phrase: how to write a commencement speech. In a flash, I had a handy 8-step plan on how to write a commencement speech. And I've already accomplished one of the steps by thanking Dr. Johnson, the previous speaker. Now, if I can share a motivational quote or two, doesn't seem too hard. Remember the good times. That may be more challenging given what we've been through lately. Share some good advice and create a call to action. We'll be out of here before you know it. So let's get started. Graduates, tonight is about you and your success. All of you share in the completion of a curriculum appropriate to the degree that I will award to you in just a few minutes. All of you share in the completion of the following in your courses to one degree or another: homework, assignments, quizzes, papers, problems, speeches, experiments, labs, clinicals, group projects, internships. All of you share in the completion of a degree in the midst of a global pandemic, with more courses in Teams and Zoom than you or I or any of us anticipated when you started this, and the freedom and the frustration that goes along with the virtual learning environment. The process of completing a degree is a rigorous one, at times exhilarating when you nail that demonstration speech, at times exhausting. How many papers are required for this particular class? This is a perfect time to celebrate where you've been and where you are. And we are here to celebrate your success. We all might also take a moment to realize that we're all on the same path for a moment. We all don't share in the same journey. I was reminded of this fact a week or so ago when I had a chance to visit Professor Ann Farr's College 1000 class during the last week of the semester. The day I was there, students were sharing their Hero's Quest papers, sharing them, reading them aloud to the other members of the class, reflecting on their journeys, the obstacles that appeared in their way, the people who helped them along the way, and the lessons they learned as a result, seeing themselves in the hero in the pursuit of their own education. You might take just a moment to think about your own quest and the obstacles, realizing the journey of your peers might be a little bit different. And as you take a moment to reflect on your journey and think about those obstacles you faced, the lessons you learned, I also ask you to think about those who kept you going when you didn't want to push yourself any further. The professor who provided an extra office hour or study session, your spouse or partner who watched the kids so you could complete an exam or a quiz, your classmates who picked up your spirits when you didn't do as well on an assignment as you expected to do. Now, in just a moment, I want you to give those folks a shout out, literally. So let's stand up. Go ahead and stand up. Turn around, find those folks, point them out, shout them out, say thank you. There you go. Very good. Thank you. You can be seated. All right. Tonight is about you and your success, but no celebration of success is complete without thanking those who help you along the way. Now, tomorrow is about you as well, and how you will take what you have learned to create a better life for yourself, for your family, and for this community. And it doesn't matter whether you're going to be a welder, a nurse, an accountant, maintenance technician, audio production engineer, or if you're headed to a four-year institution to study history, biology, management, or music. You have an opportunity to use your education, as Marian Wright Edelman suggested, for improving the lives of others and for leaving the community and the world better than you found it. And given the state of the world at the moment, it seems like there's a real opportunity for you here. Now, one of the things that excited me about the end of the pandemic, or at least the easing of restrictions, was the resumption of public lectures in person by historians. Anybody else feeling that? All right, there we go. All right. I had the opportunity a week or so ago to attend a reception and a dinner, interview, and lecture by the historian John Meacham. He's written on a number of topics, but most often biographies of historical figures like Winston Churchill, John Lewis, Andrew Jackson, Thomas Jefferson, and George Herbert Walker Bush. And although he referenced a number of historical figures and events, his primary focus that night was the life of George Bush and the lessons that might be instructive given the incredibly divisive and potentially destructive nature of American politics in this day and age. Some of these themes of that evening might be meaningful to you as you celebrate your graduation and reflect on how you might use your education. Meacham argued that a thorough examination of the life of the 41st president indicated a commitment to neighborliness, a sense of empathy, and a love of community not only served George Bush well in his life, but might serve us well as we live our lives. He provided a story from George Bush's high school days. Now, George Bush was by far the best athlete in his high school. All right? We did not share that in common. All right? He was such a good athlete as his school approached their sort of end-of-the-year field day in his senior year. Principal approached Bush and said, "Hey, we'd like to give you a handicap in today's field day events." And Bush said, "Okay." So he started 20 or 30 yards behind everybody else in this obstacle race course that they were going to do. As Bush gets started and he starts catching up with his classmates, he catches up with his classmates who's falling behind the farthest first. And instead of just blazing by him, this other young man was stuck in a difficult position. And George Bush took the time to stop and help him. Not because he thought it was the right thing to do or the moral thing to do, and Meacham interviewed him about that, but because he thought it was the neighborly thing to do. That if he found himself in a difficult position, he would want one of his neighbors to do the same for him. Meacham also spoke about the sense of empathy that Bush carried into his presidency, especially when Mikhail Gorbachev was premier of the Soviet Union, was overseeing the falling of the Soviet Union, how he gave Gorbachev the space and didn't put intense political pressure on him that allowed the political environment, the geopolitical environment, to stabilize in the early 1990s. And he reminded the audience of the many occasions when Bush demonstrated a true love for country and community, most notably his service in World War II. Now, the example of neighborliness, empathy, and community I'm going to share comes from the life of somebody you've probably never heard of, a woman named Wendy McDowell, who at the age of 8 found herself alone and abandoned in Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. And I picked up this story from a journalist by the name of Laura Kurl. Now, Wendy was traveling from Bismarck, South Dakota to Burlington, Vermont. Her parents were unable to travel with her, so they trusted her safety to a 19-year-old friend of the family. The pair of them completed the first leg of the journey successfully, but their flight to Burlington was canceled, and the 19-year-old family friend left 8-year-old Wendy in the airport alone. This traumatic event in Wendy's life happened in 1979. Now, for those of you on the younger side, I need to explain something. 8-year-olds did not have cell phones or cell phone plans in 1979. Some of us still had rotary phones in the house in 1979. You can ask your parents or your grandparents what a rotary phone is. All right. She was alone until a stranger, a woman in a white dress, noticed her distress and called and offered her assistance. This woman assured Wendy that she could be trusted. She called Wendy's mother and father on what we call a payphone. You had to put in nickels and dimes and quarters to get a little bit of time so you could talk to the person on the other end of the line. But she called Wendy's parents and said, "I've got your daughter. She's going to be okay." She changed her travel plan so she could accompany Wendy to Burlington, Vermont. She changed Wendy's perception of that horrific feeling she had of abandonment by demonstrating real empathy for a child who was a neighbor only in the sense that their paths crossed in one of the busiest airports in the world. They just happened to be in the same place in the same time. The stranger restored Wendy to her community by traveling with her to Vermont, and then disappeared from her life, leaving a lasting impression of a true act of neighborliness, of empathy, and of kindness. Now, as a parent, I've probably thought a time or two of 3 children, and my children are grown now, so I think I can say this. I probably thought it might have been a good idea to drop them off somewhere and have somebody take them off for a little while. Never did that. But I'm not asking you to search airports for abandoned children so they can be restored to their families. Chief Crow, that might be, you probably would not recommend that folks do that. They might get in trouble with that. But I am asking you to think about how you will use your education, not just to make a living, which is incredibly important, but to make a life that is built on what you have come to understand about human beings and our journey through this world, and seeks to serve others you encounter along the path. J.R.R. Tolkien once told his students that true education is a kind of never-ending story, a matter of continual beginnings, habitual fresh starts, and persistent newness. I wish you Godspeed on a journey with continual beginnings, of habitual fresh starts, and persistent newness. And I hope you know that if there's ever anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Dr. Wise. As we prepare for the conferring of awards, please note the special cords that some of our students are wearing for the various honors and achievements they have earned. At each commencement ceremony, Pellissippi State recognizes those students in the graduating class who have distinguished themselves academically by earning a particular cumulative grade point average. To recognize this accomplishment, some of our graduates have blue and gold braided cords adorning their caps and gowns. These cords represent our honor students who have a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or higher. Within our honor graduates, there are 3 distinct categories: cum laude, magna cum laude, and summa cum laude. There is a detailed explanation of these categories in your commencement program. Amongst our honor graduates, there is a small cadre of students that have distinguished themselves even further. They have completed their associate's degrees and earned a perfect grade point average of 4.0. They are designated this evening by the Royal Blue Mortar Board. As they stand, please join me in saluting them for this outstanding accomplishment. Please stand. You may be seated. Amongst the many achievements within the graduating class, there are several students who have gone above and beyond to serve their communities or demonstrate mastery of their academic and career focus areas, warranting special recognition. The first group of students that I will recognize have given of themselves by volunteering for more than 60 verifiable hours with local nonprofits and public service agencies while taking their courses. Accordingly, they have been awarded the Distinguished Medal of Service. As I call their names, they will stand to be recognized. Please hold your applause until all of their names have been called. Bridget Christian, Mackenzie McCarter, Ginger Newman, Sean Smith, and Allison Webster. Please join me in saluting them for their outstanding service to our community. You may be seated. The next group of students that I will recognize competed against community and technical colleges, students from community and technical colleges from across the state of Tennessee this year in a skills-based competition sponsored by a nonprofit national education association called Skills USA. With a membership of approximately 400,000 students, alumni, and instructors, Skills USA is recognized by the U.S. Department of Education and the U.S. Department of Labor as a successful model for employer-driven workforce development that has been in existence since 1965. These students placed first in the state of Tennessee in their competitions and have earned the right to represent Tennessee in the National Skills USA competition, which will occur next month in Atlanta, Georgia. With us this evening is Annika Schultz, our commencement honor student speaker, competing in Atlanta next month in the category of prepared speech. Annika will represent Pellissippi State as well as the state of Tennessee in the national competition. So please salute her for her outstanding accomplishment. You may be seated. Thank you. Please welcome Dr. Kelly Toon, Vice President of Academic Affairs, to the podium for the presentation of the candidates.
We now move to the part of the ceremony for which the candidates have worked so diligently. The candidates will prepare for the conferring of their degrees. Will the candidates please rise? These candidates have successfully completed all of the requirements for the Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Applied Science in Nursing, I had a feeling that was coming, the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science, the Associate of Fine Arts, or the Associate of Science in Teaching degrees. The faculty recommends these candidates to you for the conferring of these degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Tennessee Board of Regents, I do, on the recommendation of the faculty, grant to you the degree that you will now be presented. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left of your mortarboard. Graduates, you may now move forward for the presentation of diplomas.
Hello. The following are candidates for the Associate of Applied Science degree. Caitlin Rochelle Lane. Aaron Cole Schaffner. James Jackson Sutherland. Noor Eftiha. Bethany Michelle Smith, magna cum laude. Jared Graham Hall. Molly Kate Emery, cum laude. Brandon Austin Burden. Jeffrey Kibler Reed, magna cum laude. Jacob Hayes Connolly, magna cum laude. Benjamin Isaiah Warwick. Jared Robert Kirchensteiner, summa cum laude. Eddie J. Hamilton. Jeffrey Darrell Glenn, magna cum laude. Thomas Hunter Wilhite. Cameron Edward Grandchamp, magna cum laude. Okay. Brandon Grandchamp. Mason Aubrey Taylor, magna cum laude. Sonia Michelle Davis, summa cum laude. Madison Elaine Simon. Felicia Long Dupes. Emmy Catherine Robbins, cum laude. Haley Michelle Copeland, summa cum laude. Malia Leilani Duarte, magna cum laude. Relique Lewis Williams. Devin James Fall. Vincent Julius Matthew Tomlinson. Jennifer Michelle Germano. Amanda Jean Propes. Christopher Raymond Lopez. Joanna Eileen Underwood, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Ashby Fisher. Christian M. Nunley, cum laude. Landon James Stiles, summa cum laude. Alina Buta. Jennifer Sue Versa, summa cum laude. Sarah Ruth McKee, magna cum laude. Hannah Deanne Breeden. Dylan H. Jones. Hope Alexandra Otten. Joshua Dean Wilson, summa cum laude. Ian Beecher Johnson, summa cum laude. Destiny Aaliyah Willis. Miranda Renee Ford. Tyler M. Cole, cum laude. Erica Van Cabbage. Estefania Magana. Shiva Fournier, summa cum laude. Tyler J. Baker, cum laude. Eva Jo Madison Osborne. Garen Brantley Nicholson. Martin B. Rashid. Salvatore J. Romano. Taylor Caitlin Hudson, magna cum laude. William Turner Bennett. Jennifer M. Keene.
This is the start of the nursing program. Can you say that?
I've been told to say this is the start of the nursing program.
Aren't you proud of us? Yes. We have to make it special. We worked hard. Well,
Haley Jagir. Delana Michelle Raby. Carmen Kate Grissom. Susan Renee Kane. Alexis Madeline Raplogo. Angela M. Worley.
2 degrees. Nursing and internal science.
Charlotte Elaine Weiss. Bridget Nicole Christian.
There's my funky one, Tamara Joe Johnson.
Tamara Jo Janice Brown. Anna Lorena Trotter. Elizabeth Wiley Nolan.
You made me love physiology.
Cameo B. Wallace.
Oh my gosh.
Serendejed Batsaiken. Nancy Louise Harkner. Ginger Renee Newman. Isabel Maria Thompson. Emma Kathleen Ryan. Jennifer Hawkins. Holly Jo Wood, cum laude. Mackenzie L. McCarter. Stephanie Arias. Lacey B. Brewer. Are we done?
The following are candidates for the Associate of Arts, the Associate of Science, the Associate of Fine Arts, or the Associate of Science in Teaching degrees. Annika Grace Schultz. Abigail Gloria Doler. Jessica Marie Barks, cum laude. Olivia Nicole Marsh, magna cum laude. Joshua Colby Osborne. Clea Lemolari, summa cum laude. Zachary Roy Jones. Gerald Lamar Gordon. Ivy Reed, magna cum laude. Carlene Nikki Sidigi.
I left the card in the seat. Quintasia Clemens.
Quintasia Clemens. Quintasia Clemens, cum laude. Noah Gabriel Shantz. Cheyenne K. Wilson, magna cum laude. Flor Vidalia Arita. Simone Dumont Blanchett, summa cum laude. Dylan Hollenhead, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Blair Rains. Emma Elizabeth Raper. Cassidy Marie Thompson, cum laude. Lakin Shay Meredith, magna cum laude. Matthew Ross Crabtree, summa cum laude. Jordan Taylor Sloan. Lauren Nicole Mann. Caitlin Nicole Kite, summa cum laude. Addison Grace Fout. Erica Longstreet. Alex Lott Heslop. Hannah Grace Nicely. Emily Elizabeth Ellis. Isabella Maria Hoffman, cum laude. Samantha Ruth Hepler. Caleb Ethan Hurst, summa cum laude. Mark Anthony Elliott. Samantha Elaine Wilson. Seth William Blaine. Noah Cable. Andrew William Sullivan. Mariah Taylor Hall, magna cum laude. Allison Mackenzie Webster. Kendall Jean Collins, summa cum laude. Congratulations. Chelsea Lynn Washam. Leanne Madison Martin, cum laude. Brianna Grace Thompson. Jacob Aaron Young. Anaya D. Best. Stephanie M. Broiner. Christian Thomas Beal. Gabriel Carrasco. Anton, all right, you want it? Yes. Ian Anton Wheat. Ian Anton Wheat. Got it. Haley Michelle DeMaria. Got it. Michaela Renee Miles, summa cum laude. Yeah. Michaela. Sean Eric Smith, magna cum laude. Deshano Daughtery Dukes, Jr. Jessica Burhalter. Got it. Ryan Cody Cardwell, summa cum laude. Sarah Grace Bush. Kristen Jennifer Lynn Bannon. Jaden Noel Stinnett. Aaron Edward Fuchs. Caitlin Tiffany Emerson, magna cum laude. Joshua Hunter Wainwright. Cassandra Jade Peterson. Naya Grace Pennell. Shannon Elizabeth Stuck. Catherine Mackenzie Sweat, summa cum laude. Zachary T. Yates. Daniela Michelle Duran Perez. Rylan W. Whitehead. Got it. Faith Marie Broger. Elizabeth Ashley Heidzik, magna cum laude. Angel Fate Rogers. Summer Mackenzie Johnson, cum laude. Eric Walter Bachman, summa cum laude. Let's go, Eric! Bradley Christian Caldwell. Charles David Payne, Jr. Dalton Brandon Spears. And last but not least, Miriam Laith Alzadi.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2022.
Congratulations, graduates. Please have a seat. Just a few more minutes, we'll have you on our way. It's my honor to introduce our alumni speaker, Judy Gosch. And Judy, what the script says right here is bio needed. So I get to improvise on my introduction of you. Let me get my napkin out. Yeah, I don't. It's my honor to welcome Judy Gosch to the podium. And this is what I'll say about Judy. There is really nobody at this institution that carries the spirit of Pellissippi State and what it means to be part of this community than Judy Gosch. There are many evenings when I leave here late in the afternoon or early in the evening, and Judy's in her office as I walk out. Now, a lot of times she'll close the door and turn out the lights so I don't knock on her door and say, "Hey, Judy, I got something I'd like you to do for me." But most of the time what I like to say is, "Judy, let's go home and we'll give it another go tomorrow." So please join me in welcoming one of Pellissippi State's most outstanding alumni to the podium, Judy Gosch.
Thank you, Dr. Wise. I learned that from my president this evening. You're supposed to thank the person who comes, does your bio for you. Okay, my name is Judy Gosch. I'm an assistant vice president for academic affairs at Pellissippi State, and I'm a fellow graduate. So let me be the first to welcome you to the Alumni Association. As a graduate, you're automatically a member of the Alumni Association, and there are no fees to join. Right. Yeah, it's been a few years since I started at Pellissippi State. I started at age 27. When I started classes, I had no other family or friends that had been to college, and I felt I was much older than most of the students on campus. Like you, I faced challenges and made tough decisions. The decisions I needed to complete my degree. I discovered, as you know, students at Pellissippi State value their experience here. And one of the reasons is that Pellissippi State people, those of us who work here and those of us who learn here, care about the mission of the college, and we care about each other, and we care about you. Now you, as a Pellissippi State alumni, are one of the people that make a difference for the students coming up behind you. It's often said that strong alumni participation is the key to a long-term success of any educational institution. So I encourage you to become involved with the Alumni Association. We have numerous volunteer opportunities, networking events throughout the year. You can learn about these on our website and our alumni Facebook page. We also frequently highlight our alumni, so please stay in touch. We would love to hear from you. Congratulations on your graduation. I wish each of you the best in your future endeavors. So please stand and remain in your seats until all of the graduates have left the courtyard. Is that it? We stand too?